So how long would you like to see this confirmation put off until?
I would put it off until all the facts are in, and as long as the FBI needs. And I think that will reveal a lot, but they don't want that to be revealed. That's politics. That's political motivation.
Do you think it should even be put off until after the midterms?
Absolutely.
Why should the Senate say no to Kavanaugh?
Why should they say yes to Kavanaugh?
Why should they say no?
He lied under oath. He lied under oath. We can't have a Supreme Court justice who is clearly untruthful, who does not have a respect for the basic truth.
Has that been proven, though, that he's lied under oath? Because if it is, he could be facing jail time.
Listen, I grew up in the same generation as him.
Do you believe in our justice system being that you're innocent until proven guilty?
Yes, I do. But we have to hear both sides. Why wasn't the FBI questioning her? And why didn't we get some more time for the FBI to do investigations? Why are they just believing him and not her?
Well, what do you think about Senator Feinstein kind of whipping this out of her pocket last minute when she knew about it weeks in advance?
Well, there must be some reason to it. That's why, yeah.
Do you think that they would have had more time?
I'm disappointed with Senator Collins. I'm very disappointed with her.
Do you think that she should have decided to vote no on Kavanaugh despite the FBI's findings that there wasn't any evidence to corroborate Blasey Ford's testimony?
I'm not quite sure about that. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know much about that.
Well, the FBI did not complete its investigation because the president is controlling the investigation of the FBI, and people who should have been interviewed were not interviewed. So it's invalid.
Don't you think if the president had that control over the FBI long ago, there would not have been a Russia investigation?
They limited the investigation to 1 week. It's ridiculous. They control the people who were going to be interviewed. That's not a valid investigation.
Do you think that...
And besides that, Kavanaugh doesn't have a temperament anyway to be a judge. You saw him on TV. He's totally uncontrolled. He's horrible. He's a liar. He likes beer.
Who didn't go drink at some point in high school? Who didn't? Did you drink in high school?
That's a ridiculous argument.
No, I think it's not.
I mean, drinking in high school is a thing we all do, but getting blackout drunk and sexually assaulting someone is not just boys.
Whoa! Just because some of his friends said, yeah, he liked to have a beer now and then, they didn't say he was like a known sexual assaulter.
Just look at the context of people around him who said, wow, that guy drank a lot.
But just because somebody drank a lot doesn't mean that they sexually assault people. You can't make that connection.
I mean, I agree. I agree that you can't make that jump.
I think it's a very good thing to stand up for sex abuse survivors and to advocate for people to stop abusing people, because that's not okay. How does that translate to you, to Brett Kavanaugh? He's lying.
He's a rapist.
So
gang rapes.
So he hasn't been proven in a court of law.
Well, you know what? He has perjured himself. I like beer. What about his yearbook, Devil's Triangle? How about the FFFFF 4th of July?
But he said he likes beer on the stand.
He does like beer, but he likes more than beer.
How is that a lie to say he liked beer?
He is a drunk.
He was legal drinking when he was. But how is he? I'm just wondering, what instance are you talking about when you say he has lied and perjured himself?
Because there's many people that went to high school and college with him that have attested to his morality as he was in high school.
What about the affidavits from her friends that she claims were there, stating that they don't remember this ever happening?
Stating that you don't remember it happened is not refuting it. That's what Kavanaugh said, and that is, imprecise language on the part of a judge, a man who's sitting on the bench. He should know better. This is not.
But it's not supporting it either. It's not saying, yes, I remember
it. But he said it refuted it, and it didn't refute it. All it did was not corroborate it. I don't remember is not the same thing as saying it didn't happen.
So how long would you like to see this confirmation put off until?
I would put it off until all the facts are in, and as long as the FBI needs. And I think that will reveal a lot, but they don't want that to be revealed. That's politics. That's political motivation.
Do you think it should even be put off until after the midterms?
Absolutely. By Mitch McConnell said the American people should be heard, and this is an election year. By his new rule, there shouldn't be a judge appointed until after the election, until the American people have decided we may have a new Senate.
So do you see how some people could say that maybe this is politically motivated? Because then if you had the midterms, you could get people in that would vote otherwise.
It's politically motivated. That doesn't make it hypocritical.
Can you put yourself in the perspective of the other side of the aisle, the conservatives, the Trump supporters? Do you see why they might think that there's a political motivation here? Because there's so much resistance against Trump, given that he was nominated by Trump. Do you think that they might see that people out here are just resisting it because they're resisting Trump?
I mean, I think that, sure, there's totally political motivations, right? But I think that her story is one that happened out of a different context. She told these things not out of a political... She told these things to her therapist years ago. She told these things to her husband years ago. Those didn't have political motivations. I mean, I agree. I think Feinstein, like, holding on to the letter until, for a few months, I think that was a political motivation, you know? But that doesn't make it not true. That doesn't make it her story not
So why has Christine Blasey Ford withheld her therapist's notes when she used them as part of her testimony, but she hasn't put it forward?
If you were a survivor of a sexual assault, would you just go around telling everybody about it?
There have been cases or instances where women have made stuff up or misidentified a man, and then a man goes to jail, a man's life is ruined.
Right.
So I think it's fair, wouldn't you say, to just essentially question both sides.
I mean, I'm all about questioning both sides, right? Like, we can. That's why I'd like to talk to you, right? I'm glad you're here. But I think that when you think about the broader context of history of events, it has been one of the patriarchy, the one of men having power over women. That's what history looks like, right? There's no denying that men have had more power in history. So when you hear stories about women coming out and telling them about sexual assault, like, don't you want to vote for the underdog, right? Wouldn't you want to believe people that say that they have been attacked as opposed to the ones who have been accused of attacking, like, or who are denying the attack? Like,
I can understand the motivation of wanting to believe and wanting to support that cause, but I can also understand the other perspective of questioning, is this a political attack? Is she really remembering that this was Brett and not misidentifying him?
Right.
Why did Dianne Feinstein hold it and sit on it?
Yeah.
So we could have had a more thorough investigation. Why was this a last-minute thing?
Right. I mean, I think that there were political motivations on the part of the Senate. Like, of course.
Fuck Alex Jones. Yeah. Fuck Alex Jones.
Okay, why are you out here, sir?
Nazis.
I want Alex Jones to kill me.
Why would you say that, sir?
He already is killed.
He's important.
You laughed at me. You've been in love with something else your whole life. And this is a love affair. And so, I'm not going to get in bed with you. Because you don't love the spirit of justice. You love your father, the devil. You love death more than life. So you go with your father forever. And that's hell, separation from God. You'll never defeat